Older than clock, rounder than clock, it's Clockcast. It's a new era, and what better time than now to celebrate Eisenmus? The shepherds crumble, the wise men groan. Too much shepherd's crumble gives you a soft six-pack, and a flabby bicep curls up into a ball of stringy bits that I found in Tows's feces. He's in pieces. She's inspired to create a new rough-looking sculpture of Edwin Fullwater's pet porcupine tree sculpture. In other news, I'm a muscle man, orange goo in a blue shell suit, flicking V's and dotting U's. I've got my own shit to deal with as well as Tows's. Lick a clean slate and cough up Dusty Martin. Cough up, mate. I cough when I fart, like the Earl of Lormandry, like the Pearl of poor Lormandry. He certainly knows his way around the bedroom, but Peter is utterly harmless, I promise. Hello and welcome to Fuggcast. As you may remember, I'm Sam Langley, and I write and say all manner of silly things for your displeasure. But I don't make this show for fun, you know, // question mark. It's not about that. Someone's gotta do it right, // question mark. Write a load of fluorescent nonsense, wait till my wives leave the house, and then quickly set up a microphone, bloober blurb, blub blub, and it's done in one take. Working hard, darling, my wives ask in unison. Oh yes, darlings, the Whittaker report, very tedious. Good. Ham for lunch again? Delicious. Ha, fooled them again. As long as they think that I spend my time doing mind-numbingly dull work, they're both happy. I'm a soup salesman. Cold calling mostly, and cold soup. Ding dong. Hello, madam. Would you like some chilled almond soup? Morning, sir. Would you care for a teaspoon of gazpacho? To date, I've never sold anything, and so my kitchen at home is full of unsold soup. When my employer, Julianne, asks me how much I've sold, I lie. Oh, yes, sold out again. Ha ha ha. Great, I'll send over another truckload then. So far, I've been paying her out of my own pocket, and I'm losing money on a daily basis. But I can't tell her the truth. I just can't. It would be so awkward. So I'll keep doing the job. Can I interest you in a cup of cold artichoke soup, madam? No? It's quite nice.
In my esteemed opinion, Fuggcast is listenable and indeed tolerable. 10 fellas walk into a bar real late at night, but guess what? It ain't a bar, it's a laundrette or something. Geez, I don't know, I guess they were pretty wasted.
Are you going to willy waving tonight? Yes, are you? Only if you are. Well, I am. Great, can I get a lift? Yes, of course. I'll be riding there on my skateboard, but it's pretty big, so you should fit. Have you got a helmet? Yes, it's made of eggshell, though. Do you think I'll be all right? Well, you should be. Although we'll be going the wrong way on the main road most of the way, and I'm pretty blind in one eye. I've got no sense of balance, and I'll be half pissed, but we should be okay. Are you going to belly barging tonight? Yes, I am. Are you? Well, I'll go if you are. Well, I am going. Great. Can I get a lift with you? Sure. I mean, I'm going on my unicycle, but the seat's pretty big. Have you got a helmet? Yeah, but it's made of porcelain. Do you think I'll be okay? Yeah, you should be fine. If you fall off, you might die, but you probably won't. Although I'm terrible at riding my unicycle, and will be on the dual carriageway for most of the journey.
Fuggcast.
This bit of the show isn't actually written by me. Norv, or Menstenford, in Kmarsh, sent in some of his ideas, and this section is written by him. Of course, by now you're well aware that he doesn't exist, and neither do I. But you do exist, at least until you finish the washing up, after which you will dissipate into a turquoise gas.
Woodhead jelly body, 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 woodhead jelly body. Woodhead jelly body, woodhead jelly body, woodhead jelly body.
Arne in Calvessembrensfordshire says, Woodhead Jellybody, you like to see my collection of penis-shaped rocks? Yes, that sounds both interesting and hilarious. Jaffarn in Alvexistremenemsford says, Woodhead Jellybody, you like to come round and meet my parents? No thanks, Jaffram. Old people give me the creeps. And lastly, Tarn in Arnetimartinar Arnetimartintarn says, Woodhead Jellybody, you like to go and see the new Spider Forest film with my sister? Yes, I would. I love films, and your sister sounds smoking hot. Back in the 70s, I worked as an extra. I spent an entire month playing a block of extra mature cheddar sitting unopened in Martin Scorsese's fridge. It was one of the better jobs and quite an insight into a Hollywood director's personal life. A typical day was like this. 7 a.m, Al Bocino calls round for a coffee. They discuss the new film, Peppermint Princess. 8 a.m, Al leaves, Marty opens the fridge and grabs a handful of pre-cut celery sticks. 9:15, there's a timid knock on the window. It's Rogin Boldaneros, rosy red cheeks and big watery eyes. With his little finger, he writes in the condensation on the window, Hi. Marty closes the curtains, pours himself a flute of Ornage squash and sits down to watch the darts. 1 p.m, inspiration strikes. Marty puts on a pair of boxing gloves, grabs a piece of coloured chalk and begins frantically scribbling on his child-sized blackboard. But hang on, I hear you cry. You were in the fridge the whole time. How do you know what was happening? To which I reply, Come on, mate, this is just a bit of fun, yeah?
Is here, either this and yeah.
Penison Carbridge is an anthropomorphic cartoon taxi from the fictional town of Michael Norton. He's bright grey, has 10 extra wheels on one side, 3 eyes, and 4 hovering eyebrows. Penison, welcome to the Fuggcast.
I'm a bright grey taxi.
Yes, you are. That's true. And I'm a dark pink humanoid. So how's it going? You looking forward to the weekend?
Tell me where to go and I'll take you there.
Well, I've always wanted to visit Neptune. How much do you reckon that'd be? Do you do mates rates?
Fasten your seatbelt.
No, I mean, what does that mean?
I'm a bright grey taxi.
Well, yes, we've established that, but what else can you tell me? Do you have any, hobbies?
Beep beep, coming through.
Look, mate, this is an interview, right? If I ask you a question, you answer it, yeah?
Tell me where to go and I'll take you there.
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to visit Ergonaut Prime in the Andromeda Galaxy. But do you go that far? Probably pretty steep, right? Do you accept Bitcoin?
Beep beep, coming through.
Is that a yes? I'll take that as a yes. Wait, do I need a spacesuit? Probably do. I mean, only for the trip there. The atmosphere on Galaxos Prime is similar to Earth. My uncle lives there, and I haven't seen him for millennia. He's wanted in 10 star systems for petty theft.
Fasten your seatbelt.
Look, are you messing with me? You keep repeating the same lines. I mean, are you even real? Or are you made up like the rest of this show? Ah, yes, that's it. I keep forgetting. It's all made up. By whom, I'm not sure. I receive a handwritten script every couple of months, delivered by a man in a turquoise cloak, wearing a crude mask made from an old dog bowl. There's a face drawn on it in marker pen, which I think is supposed to be me. No, hang on. I'm the one wearing the dog bowl mask. The chap delivering the script is me. Wait, No, that's not right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Someone delivers a script to someone else who reads it out into a microphone. Or maybe not. Maybe that doesn't happen.
I'm a bright grey taxi.
Yes. Yes, you are. Indeed, you are.
Hi guys, just letting you know guys, that I have a new Instagram account. Guess what it's called though? Oh yes, drum roll please, Fuggcast.
Welcome to the sitcom section of the Fuggcast. It's a brand new space to explore mildly amusing ideas and to hang out with identical bronzed hunks. You're making yourself a sandwich, but some dickhead has finished the pecan butter. Ziggy! How's it going? Ziggy swaggers into the room, all pointy fingers and hair gel to applause from the studio audience. Did you finish my pecan butter, Ziggy? Sure did, man. I used it to cement my bread wall together. And the audience guffaw. Right, well you owe me $7 for that.
Hey guys, what's all the commotion?
Butler slides down the spiral staircase and, oof, lands in a heap on the marble floor.
Ah, geez guys, I think I fractured my pelvis.
Ziggy's used all my pecan butter. Again, you fume. He was building a wall of... As you turn around, you stop mid-sentence. For Ziggy's wall is truly magnificent. This'll keep those thieving gophers out of my bedroom, am I right?
I think I might be okay actually, guys.
Butler pulls himself to his feet.
Geez, Ziggy, that's one hell of a bread wall.
This section is sponsored by McKennard's multicoloured Krensels. Take 2 Krensels into the shawarma? I don't, not anymore, thanks to McKennard's incomprehensible new formula. Every McKennard's Krensel now contains special vertical elastimenom fibres, helping to give you the smoothest experience you've ever had. But don't take my word for it. Tim McKennard has been steering a ship made of Krensels for donkey's years, and he swears by McKennard's. Why, only last month, in an interview written on the back of a packet of fags in blue biro, Tim McKennard revealed that he uses McKennard's multicoloured Krensels every day in every area of his life, whether he's cleaning his tandem or mixing ingredients for a holiday cake. So my son goes to St. Barnabas Primary in Worcester, and guess what? He's getting bullied. So I showed him some moves from Tartos Tekken Rusan Karate, because I'm a lilac and magenta belt, you know? There ain't no punching in this style, because punching's for pussies. In fact, there's only 3 moves: the collar grab, the lapel grab, and the cummerbund grab. That'll show those posh little British twerps. This message is sponsored by Hey, how's it going? The brand new phrase from Debbie Webster and Sons. You bump into your uncle in a lift, hey, how's it going? You bump into your other uncle in the joke shop, hey, how's it going? You bump into yet another uncle in Worcester bus station, real late at night, hey, how you doing? Whoops, you got it wrong, and he thumps you hard in the solar plexus. But luckily, you have a central pocket in your shirt where you keep your tobacco tin, and he squeals in agony. Quick, now you got 3 moves: lapel grab, collar grab, or cummerbund grab. You grab his cummerbund and you squeeze real tight like I showed you. Yarg, and he crumples to the ground in a heap of piss and denim. Hey, how's it going? Says the elderly man sitting next to you, fixing you with an upside-down smile. And you scramble for your Scottish phrasebook. Hoots, Jimmy, there's a giant battered caber in the boggy, you mum-bisper. Hey, that was me. I lay the biggest logs in Dundee. I have 3 bowls of suet every morning, followed by an oat and apricot bar. And he breathes in your face. Halitosis? He queries. Yes, seems so. Ach, never mind. Would you like a tripe capsule? No thanks. Ach, go on, laddie. Sure, it'll make your breath as foul as mine. You'll not be bothered by the ladies anymore, that's for sure. Oh, good point. Okay, thanks. When I'm not making Fuggcast or working in the art and craft shop, I teach Pellamans in the village hall to SOAPs. I qualified as a Pellamans instructor last year and received a crumpled piece of paper in the post with a child's drawing of a house on it. Of course, this may be completely unrelated to my Pellamans qualification, but as I haven't received any other communication, I must assume that it is my certificate. Come to think of it, I don't have any real proof that I even attended any training in Pellamans, and a quick Google search yields no results. It's quite possible that I made the whole thing up. I tend to do that. No, it's real, it must be. I have 3 regular students, and they really enjoy it actually. Sandra is 85% water, 8% clay and 16% feathers. Or at least, she was before my classes. Now she's 50% tahini and 72% wallpaper paste. Detective John Umbridge lives in the sleepy Somerset town of Umbridge. Together with his life partner Hilary, he solves all manner of misdemeanours. Today he receives a case through his police app on his smartphone. Grab your handbags, Hilary. We've got a case. Old Mrs. Mergendren has misplaced her china duck ornament, and she needs the help of an elderly detective and his life partner.
No, not now. Maybe later. I got shepherd's crumble in t'oven, and that bloke's coming to clean the gutters at 10.
Hey, this could be a recurring sketch, couldn't it? You know, every time Umbridge gets a case, Hilary's busy and they can't do it. No, second thoughts, that's a shit idea. I hate recurring sketches, 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 recurring sketches. Has your life gone pear-shaped? Well, take a closer look, and you'll see a small door in that pear. Here's a key. Open the door and walk through. You're attacked by a dog skeleton, but don't worry, here's a table tennis bat. That's it, give the skeleton a whack and it crumbles to pieces. Now, have a look around you. There's a cupboard in the corner of the room. Try and open it. Yes, I know, it's locked. But here's another key. Open it. And what do you find? Another dog skeleton. It jumps at you, snarling and gnashing its 2 teeth. Quick, here's a stale baguette. Whack, and the skeleton dog falls neatly apart into 2 pieces. Now, give its skull a quick bash with this rolled up copy of Top Gear magazine. And what do you find inside? It looks like a scroll with a wax seal. That's the Skeleton King's seal, isn't it? Well, open it. Let's have a look. Ah, yes. Totus tet, toten ti tuti a toot toot. Imagine, if you will, a small white circle on a black background, and inside the circle is the letter Q. Now imagine the Q slowly disappearing and an orange appearing in its place. A thought bubble appears above the orange, and in the thought bubble is the letter Q. Zoom in on the Q, and you see that it's made of tiny Qs. Zoom in on one of these tiny Qs, and you'll find that it too is made of Qs. And now imagine you're in a queue in Tescootbury's with a trolley full of inorganic oranges. Hello, you say in a cheerful voice to the checkout lady, who looks you up and down disapprovingly and says nothing. She weighs each orange separately, not taking her eyes off you. It takes ages, but at last she's on the final orange. Something catches her eye, and she inspects the orange, which seems to have a black sticker on it with a white circle, and in that circle is the letter P. I'm eating a cheesy passion fruit donate, and if you'd like to donate, simply visit fuggwatch.com and donate using the tiny yellow button. This will help me support my 8 children, 3 ex-wives, and 2 disgruntled ex-employees. What? I hear you cry? I thought you worked in the art and craft shop. I didn't know you had employees. Well, yes. For although the art and craft shop pays a pittance, I still need a chauffeur and a golf caddy. They're disgruntled because I pay them a pittance, and they're taking me to court. I tried to explain that in some countries a bag of raisins is highly prized, but they weren't buying it, and my lawyer Simon Waterforest thinks they'll win. But then, he's not a real lawyer, just a man I drew with my ex-wife's lipstick on the mirror.
What about these British guys? With their cold soup and their hello, old soup. It's all soup with these guys. And they're all like 7 feet tall, but only 3 inches wide. I mean, what the fuck?
I'm a normal man. I have a normal haircut, a normal face, and when I talk, it sounds like this. Hello. My name is something like John or Jawn, and I spend the first 20 minutes of my day walking in a figure of 8 pattern, a very small figure of 8. This is a normal way to exercise, and it means that I have a 3-pack and 1 very muscular leg. I eat a normal breakfast consisting of 7 cardboard discs and a litre of rainwater. I work in an office somewhere, tapping away haphazardly at some kind of computer. Every so often, someone will come over and say something completely incomprehensible. I will nod and smile, exposing my perfectly normal teeth, say something incomprehensible back, and resume my bashing of random keys. At lunchtime, I eat an egg panini and drink a litre of rainwater, and then have a quick snooze under my desk. At lunchtime, I eat an egg panini and drink a litre of rainwater, have a quick snooze under my desk, and then do some more work. When I get home, I kick off my Wellington boot and my cowboy boot, stick on an old episode of Holmes Under the Ice, and fix myself a bowl of suet and a mug of hot rainwater. At 9:15, I put on my dog suit and hop into bed, read an old copy of Yellow Pages, and drift off to sleep with the light on. Most nights I have the whale dream, but sometimes I have the sail dream. It's always the same. And I wake up in a cold sweat, go to the bathroom and take a good hard look at myself in the mirror. Who am I? I will think. John? Jawn? Yes, but what's my surname? Rogers? Roger? Grodger Gr?
Don't you think this man looks just like his daughter? Don't you think this dog looks just like its owner? And its owner looks like a bag, a sports bag. Don't you think this hat looks just like its wearer? Don't you think this wife looks just like her husband? And her husband looks like a bag, a tea bag.
And that's all I could be bothered to write. Do take care. And as always,